Hey guys, and welcome to Face of Fiction. My name is Melissa, and today we're going to be reviewing Medicine Man by Saffron Kent. If you are seeing double, it just means I had to do double duty tonight. So I filmed a makeup video and then I just kind of slept on some glasses and I'm filming a review video, which is long overdue. I read this book about a week ago, so I'm kind of a little fuzzy on details, so just kind of bear with me. But if you've never read Saffron Kent, the thing that I feel like you have come to expect from her is when you read, there is a lot of angst. There's typically a forbidden romance that is going on. The book that I've read by her, which is The Unrequited, deals with a teacher-student relationship, which is an amazing book. If you have not picked it up, definitely put it on your to-read list. It's very good. It's sexy but classy. I mean, it's not... There are some books that I've read in that same trope and they have made me blush, but this one is actually a really good one, so definitely read it if that's something that you're into. But Medicine Man involves a inpatient psychiatric facility. The main character's name is Willow, and she is young. I believe she just turned 18. She definitely has some issues, and there's a lot of things that she needs to work on herself. So when the new doctor, Simon Blackwood, comes into the picture, she is completely unprepared, yet something immediately draws her to him. Simon basically comes from a family that ran the psychiatric facility. Like, he comes from a long line of doctors, and he's actually came in to fill in because the normal doctor had a stroke or something along those lines. So Simon has come in and he's got some issues himself, which you come to learn as you're reading the book. And there is something that is revealed that makes you realize why Simon is so endearing towards Willow and how they connect. And it's one of those very strange romances where you're like, this is weird, but at the same time, like, you get it, like, you understand. The best example that I can kind of give is Secretary, the movie Secretary with Maggie Gyllenhaal and James Spader, which happens to be one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's just weird. It's a weird storyline. It's a weird romance, but it works and you get it, and it doesn't pretend to be anything that it's not. And that's what I like about this book. It does not pretend to be like this, you know, girl meets boy, boy sweeps her off her feet, blah, 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 blah. It's not like that. I liked how it resolved. It does end in a happily ever after, which, again, I think most of her books do. I know The Unrequited did, so I would assume that the others do. But you can actually go into this book and know that it does have a happy ending. So one of the main points that I definitely want to mention is Saffron Kent does a very good job of bringing up the different diagnoses, is that the word? Of some of these characters, but doesn't make it stereotypical. She doesn't... I felt like she maybe did her research or maybe knows someone. Well, actually she does well, it's not a foreword. Is it a foreword? When it's at the end, where she basically states that she did have a family member that was dealing with mental health issues. So maybe that's part of the reason why she knows as much as she does. But as someone that actually has to deal with people in that area, as I was reading it, I tried not to be very nitpicky because I know that I can be, but there wasn't a lot that I nitpicked about. I read it and I was just like, okay, she gets it. She understands. Like, this is how an inpatient facility is. And these are the rules and regulations and things like that. So I was happily surprised that that part, at least, was really good in the book. Because this book is not like all the other new adult books that are out there. This book is not like all of her other books that are out there. The only, like, beef that I have with this book is I really dislike the cover. I think the cover looks awful. I think the cover does not convey what that book is about. I think it does it no justice whatsoever. You look at the book and you're like, oh, you know, it's a new adult. It's got some handsome guy on it. Oh, this book is like dark and twisted and a little crazy, and it's so much more than a cute man on the front cover. So that's my beef with the book. That's the only thing that I dislike about the book, is the cover. So I ask you, Saffron Kent, if you ever decide to change the cover, please keep in mind how amazing the storyline is, how dark and twisty and beautiful this storyline is, and give it an equally beautiful cover. Not saying that it's not. I'm just saying that if you were to look at that book, you would not, it does not do it justice by any means. I'm trying to read. I'm having a really hard time getting myself in the reading mode. I don't know what's going on with me. I said in my last video, I'm a little stressed out by things that are happening with my family and things like that. We've got some stress at home. So I'm trying. You guys might have a few more makeup tutorials than book reviews this month. Or at least, like, I don't want to say tutorials because I'm not teaching you guys anything that you don't already know. I'm just literally like swatching things and playing with makeup, because that's what I do. But yeah, read the book.